The Guardian just dropped the most gloriously hypocritical article that I've ever read. I mean, it's top 10 easily, and it might be my favourite article of 2026. And we're not even out of January yet. I mean, it's giving diversity is our strength, unless you're from Burnley, in which case reclaim your borders. No notes. It's iconic. Northern university students have decided that they're sick of being surrounded by posh southerners. So they formed a Northern Society, complete with cultural gatekeeping, regional pride, and yes, an actual Pendle Witch costume. And The Guardian? They called it a fight back. Not a culture war, not xenophobia, a fight back. This article is so conservative coded it deserves its own Barber jacket and a Telegraph subscription. So let's just take a pause and appreciate the moment. The Guardian has framed this as a fight back, a reclaiming of space, a push for community identity in an unfamiliar environment, and they probably don't even realise the irony.
Are we the baddies?
That's literally what people say when they talk about wanting a proud British cohesive national culture. That's literally what every single cultural conservative has ever said and been cancelled for. And do you know what? They're right. And I love it. It's a wonderful thing to want to protect your identity, to feel at home, to find your people without being told that you're backward or dangerous or oppressive. That instinct is human, and it's not political until you only allow it for some. But let's get into the article, although I do hope that you will think about subscribing while we're at it. So, a group of students from Burnley, Blackburn, a bit of East Lancashire, rock up to the Uni of York and they find themselves surrounded by posh southerners.
This is my hell.
Now, university is supposed to be that place where you meet different people. Celebrate the melting pot, expand your horizons, mix with other cultures, right? Diversity is our strength and all that. But no, their response to these posh usurpers, no, it's not to blend in, it's not to mix. Lucy Morville, Queen of the North.
The Queen of the North! Queen of the North! Queen of the North!
Said that when she arrived, oh my gosh, they're all from London and Cambridge. Full quote. Full culture shock in York. She thought that uni would be full of locals, but it wasn't. So what did she do? She didn't assimilate. She didn't try to fit in. The group form a Northern Society, dress up as Wallace and Gromit, and launch a full cultural fight back. Their own words. It's not the space we want to be in if there are people from the south there. That's cultural gatekeeping. That's border control, and I love it. I support it. Yes, Lucy. Because of course people want to protect their identity, their accents, and their in-jokes. But here's the twist. This is the exact same logic used by working class Brits when they say they feel alienated in their own towns. When they talk about being surrounded by unfamiliar languages, or losing a sense of place, or not even being able to afford housing in their own postcode. And yet when they say it, it's called xenophobia, it's called small-minded, and it's called racism. But even more so, the Northern Society, they've even banned Southerners from attending the events. They say, they always ask if they can come to the society, and I say, not really, because it's not really the point. So to clarify, it's exclusionary, based on origin and language, on culture and heritage and pride. But it's adorably Northern, so it's absolutely fine. If this has happened at the Uni of Kent, the Guardian would have held a candlelit vigil for multiculturalism and called it a Brexit cosplay, and the creator of the society would have been called a white supremacist fascist. But one of the biggest issues cited by these students, them being mocked for their accents. Everyone is mocked for their accent. Geordie mocked, Cockney mocked, West Country mocked. Then later cast in a cider advert, RP, congrats. Now you're a posh Tory twat. But also let's just be really clear here, because the class lines are blurry now. The North is full of wealth and private school kids too. The South is full of deeply working class towns that no one's ever heard of unless there's a documentary about heroin. But the narrative is still Southerners equals posh, elitist, and out of touch. So will the Uni of York get a Southern society? Or does that not sound diverse enough? But here's my favourite quote. I feel like we go to university and get made fun of our accents, so it's a time for a fight back. A fight back. If a white man in Surrey said that about immigration, they'd be sent to prison. But slap a Yorkshire pudding on it and suddenly it's Guardian-approved insurgency. This article, with all of its socialist seasoning, suddenly gets deep and philosophical. The North contains many distinctive identities under one great rainy umbrella. Babe, you just described England. That's literally the cultural cohesion that you mock in every other op-ed. Then there's this line from author Adele Stripe who says, it's not just pit villages and post-industrial wastelands, it's also a place of wealth, verdant landscapes and architectural beauty. I screamed. Because when Southern towns say this, it's nostalgic nationalism. But when Northern students say it, it's suddenly the Great British Bake Off for cultural resilience. So let's just sum this up, shall we? University students create a closed cultural society based on accent and heritage. They throw out the Southerners, they wear witch hats, they yeet Southern girls for fake Scouse accents, and The Guardian calls it a fight back. If a group of working class Brits who didn't go to uni suddenly decided to create their own local society, ban outsiders, and say the exact same thing about their own neighbourhoods that the Northern Society founders say, suddenly that's dog whistle politics. If Dave from, I don't know, anywhere in England, whose family had been there for 5 generations, says he no longer recognises his neighbourhood despite having been born and lived there forever, he gets called a fascist and assigned a DEI webinar and continuous diversity is our strength on loop. If this article proves anything, it's this. Even The Guardian knows that localism matters. But honestly, I love it. Because they're not wrong. They're just accidentally right. Heritage matters. Community matters and accent matters. Finding your sense of belonging, understanding your past and traditions enhance this country. And it should be celebrated, not mocked. And maybe with this enlightenment, it's time that we all get a little bit more protective of the places that we call home. North, south, east, west, or really anywhere in between. So yes, Guardian, you might have just given me my favourite article of the year, because you've proved everything that I've been saying. National and local culture matters. Shared heritage matters and feeling at home matters. So yes to the Northern Society, yes to a Southern Society, yes to every single university in this country having a space to reconnect with their roots, their culture, and their community. If Lucy and her friends can declare cultural independence in a flat share in York, then we all can.
You guys are in a crisis. I'm on my way.
Because heritage doesn't need permission. It just needs remembering. And if you like this, give it a like or leave a comment, or maybe even better yet, join the fight back by subscribing. If you love Britain, you are always welcome here. Let me know in the comments below if you think that The Guardian realised what they've done. I mean, I love this article so much. Thank you so much.